Hi crafty friends, my name is Chris with Daily Dose of DIY, where I teach you how to use your Cricut and make some fun crafts. And today I'm going to show you how to make these wooden cross earrings. We can also make necklaces with this design on a necklace, and I've got a keychain down here too. So, very versatile design. We can make a lot with them. We're going to cut the design out of wood with our Cricut Maker and heat press it with some HTV. So let's take a look at all the supplies we're going to need to make these. Of course, I will direct link you to everything down below so you can purchase these materials also. First, we're going to use the basswood. This is 1/16 inch thick. And you're going to need to cut that on your strong grip mat, and you're going to need some blue tape to help you hold it down. I'm using a leopard animal print heat transfer vinyl, and I'm pressing that on with my Cricut Mini Easy Press. A regular Easy Press will work, but these are small earrings, so the Mini just is the perfect size for this. You'll also want some parchment paper or a Teflon sheet to help protect the vinyl. We're going to need our standard Cricut tools. I've got my weeder and some scissors here we're going to need. Of course, if you're making the earrings, we're going to need some fish hooks. For any of them, we're going to need little jump rings and the tools to open them. Like I said, I'm going to direct link this all to you down below so you can make your own. And then optionally, you're going to want some paint or a paintbrush to paint just the edges. If you'll see, I transferred, I'm going to show you how to transfer the front and back, but the edges then show, so I painted those black. I'll also show you where to get this chain and where to get the supplies you'll need to make the keychains. Finally, if you need extra help with your Cricut, you'll want to pick up my best-selling Cricut guide. It's called Conquer Your Cricut, and you'll find that in the description too. Let's head on over to my computer now, and I'll show you where to get this free SVG file so we can get to cutting these out. I will direct link you to this free SVG library sign up in the description down below. First, you'll see a video that will give you a sneak peek of the SVGs and some instructions. All SVGs are listed in alphabetical order. Simply click on Get My Free SVGs, enter your first name, email address, and then click Send My Password, and the password will be emailed to you right away. If you need any more help downloading and then uploading your SVGs to Design Space, I will direct link you a tutorial down below, or you could just go visit my blog, dailydoseofdiy.com, and then search for upload, and you'll find more instructions. Let's head on over to Design Space now, and I will show you how we can get these cut on our Maker. So we're going to upload. I already have the crosses in Design Space. Select them and then insert images, and that will bring us over to the canvas. When you bring the SVG in, you'll notice there are two different colors. One is so you could cut the wood, and the second color for your HTV. However, I am going to go to the top of the layers menu here and click Ungroup. And if you wanted to do just that, like just the earrings, you could go ahead and do that. But I'm going to change them all the same color. So I'm going to select them all again and go to that question mark where the color is and just choose the same color. I want to cut 4 out of the wood so I could do a set of earrings, a necklace, and then I'm also going to do a keychain. So once you have them ready, they're all the same color, so we can cut out of wood. We can come over here and click the Make It button. That will show you on the mat. Actually, let me back up. Once you have them already, however many you want to cut, we're going to select them all and click the Attach button so that they stay together, and then click the Make It button. We want to attach them so we can move them on this mat. Since we're cutting wood, we need some space to tape. So I'm just going to move it down to this 1 by 1 inch square and line it up, and then we know we can put the wood there when we get ready to get our mat ready. And then I'm going to click continue. Here is where we choose our base material. So I'm going to browse all materials. I'm using base wood at 1/16 of an inch. So click that to done. It tells you right here to move your star wheels all the way to the right. We need to make sure that there is room for the base wood to slide underneath it and to use our strong grip mat. So let's go ahead and get our mat loaded, and I'll show you how to do that. The star wheels are these little white rubber grips on the roller bar, and we just want to slide them over to the right to get them out of our way. Next, you're going to want to grab your knife blade, open housing B, remove the blade you have in there, and insert the knife. If you remember, in Design Space, we set our design to be 1 inch down, 1 inch in, and that is exactly where we're going to place our piece of wood and then tape it down. Most of the time I use blue painter's tape to tape down my wood because that's normally what I have on hand. Regular masking tape would work too. I would stay away from duct tape as it might leave a residue on there. We just need this extra tape to help give us a little extra insurance that our wood is not going to move while we are cutting it. Okay, we are ready to cut. We have our wheels out of the way, our wood taped down. Slide your mat under those little white tabs. Hit the load mat button and then hit the go button, and Cricut will cut this for us. It's going to take 14 passes. My computer says this will take approximately 16 minutes to cut these 4 crosses. Okay, we have finished cutting, but before you unload that mat, you want to grab your weeding tool and just poke your wood and make sure it's cut through all the way. This is a good sign that cross just popped right out, but if yours is still stuck and it's not cut all the way through, before you unload that mat, you can tell Cricut you need to perform more cuts and it will cut along those same lines so that yours pop out just as easy. Since all of these are cut all the way through, we're going to go ahead and get them painted so we can heat press them next. I am going to be painting my edges with a black paint. Any acrylic paint will do. You just want to make sure you go around each and every cross and hit every edge, including the center holes. Make sure you get the edges there too. Now while the paint is drying, we can cut the heat transfer vinyl. Okay, back here in Design Space, we have our crosses, and I am just going, all 4 of them are currently selected. I'm going to go to the top of the layers menu over here on the right and click duplicate so that I have 8 total, because we cut 4 in wood and I want the HTV to cover the front and the back. So now that is done, we can click the Make It button. And these crosses are pretty uniform. I'm not sure that it's going to make a difference, but generally with HTV, we mirror the image. So go ahead and click that mirror on and then continue. If you have a Cricut Explorer, go ahead and set your dial to iron on vinyl. And if you have a Cricut Maker, we are going to select iron on vinyl matte from the list of materials. For this HTV, the pattern side is going to go down to cut. So we're going to line that up in the top left upper hand corner. Make sure you hit the top line on your cut mat and that line along the side, and then smooth everything down. We're also going to need to switch our blade back to our regular cut blade. So just pop open clamp B, remove that knife blade. Remember to put the protector back on so you don't cut yourself, and then put the standard blade back in to clamp B and close it. Okay, we're ready to cut. Slide your cut mat under the tabs, hit the load mat button, and then hit the flashing C go button, and Cricut will get this cut for us. After it's done cutting, be sure to flip your mat to remove the vinyl so it doesn't curl as much. And then I'm going to use my trimmer to trim this vinyl up so I don't waste any. I don't cut in a very straight line, but I want to save the extras for another project. Now we're ready to weed our HTV. It's fairly easy. I just use my weeding tool to pull up one corner, pull the rest of it away, and it comes off super simple. Then we're going to go back and get the centers out of all of those crosses. And then I'm going to use my scissors just to cut the crosses apart individually so we can heat press them with our mini press next. Okay, I have my heat press mat and my mini heat press. We're going to turn this on to medium, hit the button twice till the second line lights up. Medium is used for most base materials between 300 and 355 degrees, so that is exactly what we want. While that's heating up, I'm going to get the heat transfer vinyl lined up with my crosses. The adhesive, the backing on heat transfer vinyl, if you've never used it before, is not super sticky, and the vinyl itself is not sticky until you apply heat. So you can really take your time and move it around. It's not like adhesive vinyl that once it sticks, it's stuck. Once you hear the Cricut Mini beep and the lights will turn green, that means it's up to temperature and we are ready to press. Be sure to cover your project with parchment paper or a Teflon sheet, and then press the Mini down over where the cross is, moving it around as you press it. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds and then it should be done. After the first side is done, remove your paper and then we're going to flip it over and line our second piece of heat transfer vinyl up to the back of the cross, and we're going to go ahead and press that too. Once you are finished pressing the back side of the earring, you can go ahead and remove your parchment paper. Be careful, it is toasty hot. We're going to cool it down a little bit, and then we're going to remove the carrier sheet and make sure the vinyl stuck. It looks great. Everything stuck perfectly, so we're going to go through and do this with the remaining 3 crosses. One thing you want to make note of if you're doing earrings is animal print or any patterned vinyl can look quite different depending on where it is cut on the sheet. So you might want to go through your pieces and just match up what would look the best as a matching pair of earrings for your fronts and your backs. Okay, now we're ready to start making our earrings. We're going to take these little jump rings, put them over the separator pliers, and then just gently pull it apart. That separates them nice and even for us. And then we're going to slide that through the hole of the cross and use our pliers to reclose it. We will need one of these jump rings on every cross. To make the earrings, we're going to use a second jump ring. We'll open it the same way with these pliers. And then we're going to feed it through the first jump ring. Once we get that in there, then we are going to add the fish hook onto that second jump ring and reclose it again with our pliers. Once it's closed, the earring is done. So that's one side. We'll do that again for the second side too. To make the necklace, one jump ring is all we need on that cross, and we're just going to undo the chain and put the small end of the chain through that single jump ring, and your necklace is done. for the keychain, we're going to do it just like we did the earrings and add that second jump ring. It just helps it hang better. So put the second jump ring in through the first one and then the other end through your keychain and close it up again, and it is finished. I just love how these turned out, don't you? You wear these earrings and everybody is going to ask you where you got them, I promise. Thank you so much for crafting with me today. Once again, my name is Chris. Be sure to like and subscribe for more fun Cricut crafts and tutorials.